Street fighting stories. Street fighting stories, Longo. We try to avoid shit. We're grown-ups now. When you were a kid, when you were training, you had to use this stuff out in the street. I know you did. Now, to defend yourself, is there any story that in particular stands out? I got one for me, and you were there for it.
I was there for
You weren't at the fight, but it was on the way to see you.
Oh, yeah, wow.
I'll tell the story of the 5-town tough guy after this.
Yeah. So, though, this is a weird story.
Yes.
But basically, any fight I got in high school, I was defending some kid. Like, it wasn't about, I didn't ever really give a shit about myself. But, we see that kid getting bullied and all
I hate that shit.
But when my family owned the restaurant, Jan's Ice Cream Parlor Restaurant.
I remember this story.
Yeah, this is a crazy story.
That's how you know it's true. It never changes. But I tell the world.
There's no changing it.
So your father owned...
Right.
What?
So, I would work behind the counter.
He owned an ice cream shop, you said.
And restaurant.
Yeah.
It held like 100 people. It was pretty big. So, I think, it was weird. There was a kid pissing on the door, I think. So I think my mother goes out to say something. I feel her slam the door.
Okay.
Then my father goes out, and I'm looking through the window, and I see somebody push him.
Oh,
so I
shit.
jump
How
over.
old were you?
Man, I think I'm still under 22, maybe.
Okay, all right.
Maybe right around that age.
And you were training?
Well, I was always training, yeah. But, listen, my training was I just swing an overhand right no matter what training I was doing.
Yeah. It got me a title.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It worked for me.
So I just see him get pushed. I just run out, the closest guy to him, hit him with a left hook. He had a denim jacket on. I just snapped him down. I'm in like north-south. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with chokes or anything.
Back then, you were doing the old Larry Hartsell catch wrestling.
So I basically knocked the guy out, slam him down, and his brother was behind me in the stands. Don't move, I'll blow your fucking brains out. So he has a gun to my head, and I'm looking up like this, and me like, you're 20 years old. I'm thinking I'm going to kick the gun out of his hand now.
Yeah.
So as I'm looking up, there was an off-duty cop in the parking lot, and he just arrested the kid right on the spot.
Oh, shit. So he took his gun out?
Yeah, well, whatever. He just put his badge out,
Oh.
So let me get to the, where everything's going. So now he arrests that guy, but I picked the guy up that I hit, and he's bleeding all over the place. Like, I think I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
The cops are going to come, and I walk the guy around, and I'm going to leave that part out of the story, but I walk the guy around. I'm washing him up, trying to make him look normal because I figured the cops are coming. And as I have him in the kitchen in the back of the restaurant, the cops come in. He starts cursing at the cops, so they arrest him.
The guy that you hit?
Yeah.
Was he drunk?
And back in the
he had to
day,
be drunk, maybe.
It was
Pissing.
just wild kids, So blah blah blah. They arrest him. The cops come down. You want to press charges? I go, absolutely not. Back then, nobody pressed charges for a fight. Totally unheard of. I would never do it. I wouldn't even do it today. You know what I mean? So, and if I got my ass kicked, I wouldn't care. So they come down. I think we were, the cops used to come in and feed us, so we probably had a little leeway there with everything. So he says, oh, man, they said like 6 guys beat him up down there. They were at the station, and we're laughing. I go, really? So I'm laughing with the cops, and blah, blah. That's it. I don't press charges. That's what the guy said. He goes, I think he said, they don't have a mother. The father's struggling. I like, again, dude, I'm not pressing. I don't even care. Yeah. And he did say it was a pellet gun. I couldn't tell when it was to my head, but I don't know if I want to get hit in the head with a pellet either, but it wasn't a real gun. But
that's a lot better.
But he's locked in the stand. So fast forward 10 years, right? I take Ryan. I go, Ryan, I wanted to introduce him to like a Savate seminar. Okay. Ryan had good legs. So we're in Jersey. We're coming back, and I go to him, why'd you move from Hollis? He goes, the neighborhood was getting bad. He goes, it was crazy. He goes, the first week I'm here, I'm walking the dog at Herrick Shopping Center, and I see this big brawl, and a guy pulls out a guy. Dude, he's telling me the story. And
the Savate trainer?
No, Ryan.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he moved, right? So he went to Newark Park, and he said, my friend Huey. I said, wait a minute. Now I'm listening to the story. I don't even say anything. And Huey's a Navy SEAL at this point. So I go, wait a minute. That was Huey. And I'm already friends with Huey. Nobody even knew because I guess we're so young. And
who was Huey? Was the one that you attacked?
He's the guy with the gun. No, I hit his brother.
Was it a pellet gun?
It was a pellet gun, and his brother ended up being a really nice guy. So I go, Ryan, let's not say nothing. I don't want to say no. As a guy's at Navy SEAL, I figure I'm already probably 30. I'm like, I don't need this aggravation at this point in my life, you know. Plus, I loved Huey. I always did. I still to this day, you know.
Did they find out?
So 30 years goes by, right? So I get a call from, I come in and goes, John Mulaney's on the phone. I go, John, I pick up the phone. I go, wait a minute, what's up? He goes, is it true? I go, wait a minute, Ryan said something? This is 30 years later.
30 years after this incident.
30 years later.
And what? And so wait.
He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I want to apologize to your mother. I love you. I'm a big fan. And, you know, I go, John, I hit you. I should be apologizing to you, like, right? So he goes, I want to come down to the gym. Can I apologize to your mother? I go, my mother doesn't give a shit. I called my mother. She was laughing, hysterical.
You remember stuff like that as a kid, and it's bigger to you than it is to the people.